Shane, what did I tell you about leaving your shoes in the middle of the hallway? My mom almost tripped over them today. I swear, you get stupider every day.
I didn't leave my shoes in the hallway. I put them in the shoe rack like always, so I don't appreciate you accusing me of something I've not done, especially in such a harsh way.
Well, that's not true in the slightest. I know you left them in the way because my mother told me that you did.
Your mother would tell you anything so long as it would get me in trouble. That woman hates me.
That woman has a name, and she's my mom, so show her some respect.
I'll show her some respect when she decides to show me some.
What do you mean by that?
Well, it's just that we've let your mom come and live with us, which, I have no problem with, especially after your dad died. She needed to be with people who could help her and just keep her company. But ever since she moved in with us, you've become so vile to me. You and her always gang up on me and try to make me feel like I'm less than you. Your mom is constantly muttering and calling me all sorts of things when you're not here. Considering I'm letting her stay in our house, the least she could do is be civil with me, even if she doesn't particularly like me.
My mother is nothing but cordial with you. She always makes sure to talk to you whenever she sees you. Not to mention she does more housework than you do.
What? No, she doesn't.
Oh, please. She's told me all about how you'll just make a mess and leave it where it is. You don't clean the dishes, you don't do any laundry, and you certainly don't pick up after yourself in terms of rubbish. You just leave it strewn about the house like it's your own personal dump. And you can't deny it because I've seen the evidence myself. Just the other day, when I came home from work, I saw all of the beer cans strewn in the living room. My mom doesn't drink beer, so I knew it couldn't have been her. Instead, it was you, a slob of a person who I had to clean up after like a child.
Julie, I promise you that wasn't me. I don't drink during the day. In fact, I hardly drink at all nowadays.
Well, I know my mom doesn't drink beer, so who else could it have been? A ghost?
Well, with how your mom seems to have it out for me, she simply could have gone and bought the drinks and simply poured the liquid away and left the cans to make it look like I had them.
Are you seriously calling my mom a liar? Do you really think she'd go through that much effort just to make you look bad? She really doesn't care about you that much.
Wow, thanks. Nice to know that my wife's mother doesn't even care enough about me to even dislike me. Makes me feel real good.
Well, if you weren't such a loser, then maybe she'd be more interested in you.
What do you mean by that? I'm not a loser.
Oh, please. You've been out of a job for how long now? I'm the only one earning in this house, and I'm okay with covering for my mom. She's gone through a lot lately. But it's just pathetic that you've not managed to get another job yet. And frankly, I'm getting quite tired of covering for you.
Whoa, well, this is the first that I'm hearing about this. Why haven't you told me how you felt before? I told you that if me being unemployed started getting to you, that you need to talk to me about it and we can figure something out together.
I shouldn't have to have that kind of conversation with you to begin with. Being an adult, you should have a job and should be helping me pay the bills and the rent. But instead, you just had to go and get yourself fired.
It's not like I went and got myself fired on purpose. The company made it untenable for me to work there.
Well then, you shouldn't have made a huge fuss out of such a small thing, should you?
Julie, they broke several health and safety laws which put not only my own life at risk, but the lives of my coworkers as well. I wasn't about to sit back and let them get away with it.
So you had to go and get the higher-ups involved? Lawyers?
Yes, it was the only way that I could get anyone to take notice, is when I tried to complain directly to my managers, they just brushed me off and told me to either get back to work or leave. I wasn't about to stick around in a place that would rather I potentially fatally injure myself, simply so that they could save a couple of dollars on safety equipment. Unless you would have rather I died at that job?
Well, you did have insurance, which would have been more than you're bringing into the house at the moment.
Are you seriously saying that you'd rather I have died instead of losing my job?
Oh, you're just trying to twist my words around. I never said that and you know it. I just merely meant that it would be nice if you were earning a bit of money. There's no need to get so worked up over it.
Uh-huh, sure you did. Well, I'm gonna go. I have things to do, and to be honest, if I don't leave now, I might end up saying something that I'll regret in the future, so goodbye for now, and I'll talk to you later.
Oh, don't be such a girl. I didn't even say anything that bad. You'd feel the same way if the roles were reversed.
No, I really wouldn't. I would never wish for my wife to have a fatal accident at work simply so I could get her life insurance or whatever. In fact, it would never have even crossed my mind. But I guess that's just because I'm a better person than you.
You're not better than me. Not by a long shot. I'm the one earning money here, so I'm better than you.
Money isn't everything, you know. Anyway, I'm going. I won't be responding to any more texts for a while, so we'll just have to talk at home.
Fine. If you want to be that way, then so be it. I'll see you at home.
Julie, dear, I know that you're most likely busy at the moment, but I simply couldn't not say anything.
Mom, what is it? Is everything okay? Are you okay?
Oh, yes, dear, I'm fine, but I can't say the same for you and Shane, I'm afraid.
Huh? What do you mean by that?
Well, I hate to be the one to tell you this, but I think Shane's having an affair.
What? No, that can't be possible. He's too much of a loser for another woman to be interested in him. What's made you think this, anyway?
Well, the fact that a young woman came by the house and then they both left together in the same car kind of made me suspect something. But if you think nothing's going on, then I'll just leave you to it.
Hang on, he got in a car with another woman? What did she look like?
She was young, probably in her 20s by the looks of things, and she was dressed in a black skirt and a white top. She also had brown hair, and she wasn't entirely unfortunate looking.
So what you're telling me is that she was pretty?
I guess you could say that.
Right, that's it. He is not going to know what hit him when I'm through with him.
I'll give him a piece of my mind too. Shane, you better answer me right now. I know what you've been doing, how you've been going behind my daughter's back and cheating on her with some tart. How dare you do that to her?
Amy, what are you going on about now? Are you trying to accuse me of something else that I've not done?
I'm accusing you of something that I know you've done for certain. I saw you leave with that woman. You can't deny it. I know that you snuck away so that you could cheat on my daughter with her. I knew that a loser such as yourself was no good for my sweet girl. I told her when she first met you that you were a pathetic, good-for-nothing, and that you would never be good enough for her. That you wouldn't be able to provide her with the life she deserves. And I was right. Well, just you wait. She knows all about your little trust with this random tart, and she is not happy at all.
Are you quite done?
Well, how rude.
Amy, I'm gonna tell you this once and only once, so please listen carefully. I know that might be hard for you, as you seem to like only believing the narrative you want to believe, but I'm being 100% honest when I say that I am not, and never would I ever cheat on Julie.
Oh, please. Of course you'd say that. You just don't want to admit when you've been caught. You're even so pathetic that you can't even hide an affair properly. But it doesn't matter, because now that we've got proof of you cheating, my Julie can simply take you to court and take you for all that you're worth. I know it's not much, as you're such a pathetic loser and all, but I'm going to make sure that you're left with absolutely nothing, not even the clothes on your back. By the time that we're done with you, you'll be on the streets with nothing to your name, not a single penny.
Seriously? You're gonna try and make my life unbearable over something that isn't even true?
I've been looking for an excuse to get rid of you, and I finally found one. Now my daughter will be able to marry an actual decent man who makes a good living and can give her everything she wants. Not some stupid idiot who'd rather yell at his bosses instead of just doing what he's told.
So you think I would have done nothing as well?
Well, it wouldn't have been the smart thing to do, although you're not smart, are you? You're just some poor, pathetic loser who doesn't really deserve anything nice in life, in my opinion. Especially considering you're just letting my daughter earn all of the money whilst you sit around doing nothing all day.
That's not true. I'm actively trying to find a new job, and I have been since I was technically fired. However, it's not easy as no one is looking to hire at the minute. It's not like I can just go and demand someone to give me a job.
A real man would. They'd walk into a shop and demand that someone hire them.
Whatever, Amy, I'm done talking with you. In fact, if you're so bothered about Julie and her money, why don't you get a job and help us out with the rent and bills, huh? Because at the moment, you just mooch off of us. You don't pay any bills or rent, you eat all your food, and you don't even help with the household chores. You just leave a mess anywhere you go and expect me to clean up after you.
I shouldn't have to get a job. I'm older than you. You need to support me, not the other way around.
You keep thinking that. Anyway, I'm gonna go. I really don't want to be talking about this again with my wife's mother.
You can't run from the truth. You're cheating on my daughter and you'll face the consequences for it.
You know what? Fine. Do your worst.
Oh, I will.
Julie, you need to tell your mom to mind her own business. I'm trying to do something important here, and I've got her messaging me, accusing me of cheating on you, and claiming that you and her are gonna take me to court over it.
Yeah, well, maybe you shouldn't cheat on me then, should you?
I'm not cheating on you.
My mom told me what she saw, and I'm more inclined to believe the woman who's raised me and looked after me than the man who can't even be bothered to get a job.
Oh, Fine. You want to take me to court over something untrue, baseless, and something you have no evidence for? Then that's up to you. But when you lose, don't come crying to me. Oh, and I think it goes without saying that I will definitely be wanting a divorce.
Fine by me. I don't want to be married to a poor loser anyway.
Fine.
Shane, what the hell have you done? Why is all of mine and my mom's stuff out on the sidewalk? Why isn't it in the house?
Oh, well, that's because I've kicked you out.
Huh? What do you mean you've kicked us out? You can't do that.
Actually, I think you'll find that I can. You see, the house is in my name, so I can decide who gets to live in it and who doesn't. And considering that you and your mother have both been nothing but vile to me since she moved in, I don't see why I should let either of you stay when I don't have to anymore.
But it's my home too. You can't just kick me out.
Too bad, because that's what I'm doing. You and your mom can go wherever you want to go, so long as it isn't my home.
But we have nowhere to go.
Maybe you should have thought about that before you acted so horribly to me.
Well, fine then. I'll have that house before you know it anyway, when we go to court for our divorce. Then I'll be checking you out.
Okay, I mean, you can try, but I think you'll be sorely disappointed.
I don't think I will be. I know what I'm doing.
If you say so.
What was that? I mean, what just happened? Shane?
Oh, that. Well, I just won our divorce, like I told you I would.
But how? I was the one who was cheated on. I should be the one to get compensation and to live in the house, not you.
Except, like I've told you 100 times, and so did the judge, I didn't cheat on you.
Then who was that woman, huh?
She's my union representative who's handling my case against my former bosses and job as they're trying to get away with illegal practices. In fact, I've just settled up with that company thanks to Megan, and let me tell you, I've not been shortchanged in my compensation and my settlement.
What do you mean? They've paid you a lot of money?
A lot. It turns out that the company was under investigation for illegal practices before I even made a complaint. It turned out that my incident was the last straw, and the company has had to get rid of their entire upper management and pay a bunch of fines or face being closed down. My settlement will be in the range of 5 figures. I've also been offered a job as a lead engineer at a very respectable company, which pays a lot of money. So I think it's safe to say that my luck is definitely turned around. Maybe you and your mom were just bad luck charms.
Well, that's not fair. You need to share. I deserve to have half of that. You're my husband.
Not as of 10:30 this morning. I'm free now and I'm more than happy to be on my own. With how you and your mom treated me, I know that my life will be better from now on.
No, wait. Surely we can work something out.
Not in your life. I'm finally free of you two, and I know that I deserve better than how you treated me. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna find someone who treats me with the respect, care, and love that I deserve.
But now that you have money, I will treat you better. It's just because you were poor that I was getting annoyed at you. Being the man, you should really be the one to make the money.
Well, the fact that you wouldn't even support me in my time of need really shows just how horrible you are. It's good to know that our wedding vows meant nothing to you.
They don't really mean in richness or for poorness. That's just a token thing they say.
It's not token of people who actually love each other, but that's not us anymore, and I'm okay with that. I'll find someone who loves me for me instead of the money that I can earn. Goodbye, Julie.
Shane, wait. Don't do this to me. It's not fair. Shane.
After our divorce was finalized, I officially kicked Julie and her mom out of my house. I did have to give her a percentage of what I owned, but because I didn't get my payout from the company until after our divorce went through, I didn't have to pay her a single penny of it. My new job is going really well as well. I've made some good friends with my coworkers, and the environment is much better than my old job. People actually look out for one another, and the company doesn't try to cut corners and make things dangerous for their employees. As for Julie and her mother, the last I heard was that they had moved into a little apartment together, and Amy still hasn't got a job, meaning that Julie has to pay for everything herself. They've got into a lot of arguments because of that, but they're not my problem now, and I'm happy with how my life has turned out. It just goes to show that standing up for what you believe in will pay off in the long run. Don't let your workplace bully you about because you are much more important than a job. Effie, I can't believe you would do such a thing. How could you lie to my sister just so you won't have to take care of our baby? Did you really have to go that far?
Huh? What are you talking about?
Don't you dare try and act ignorant here. You left Cindy with Diana, didn't you? She's just 2 weeks old. Why would you do that? Newborn babies are to be handled with love and care. You know that.
Honey, it seems there's a mix-up somewhere. I didn't take Cindy anywhere.
Don't lie to me, okay? I'm disappointed that you'll put the life of our newborn baby in danger just so you can hang around and do nothing. She's too young for you to leave her alone. Lying to my sister that you're sick? That's despicable.
Just stop with all this, okay? I'm innocent of whatever it is you're accusing me of. Cindy has never left the house since she was born. You know that very well. The only place I've taken her is to the hospital.
More lies! I know she's with Diana right now. You've been exposed, so just give up already.
Doug, Cindy is not with Diana. She's right here with me. Matter of fact, she's sleeping right in front of me.
What? That's a lie.
Fine, give me a minute. I'll take a picture of her and send it to you. Can you see her now? You can look at the timestamp if you're not convinced.
Hold on, Cindy's really with you?
Of course. Who else will she be with?
I thought she was with Diana.
I can't believe this. How could you think I'll do such a thing when I'm perfectly fine? You came in guns blazing, shooting off accusations, and didn't even give me a chance to explain myself. You should know me better, Doug. I'm disappointed in you.
You're disappointed? Well, now you know how it feels. This is the exact way I felt last week when you accused me of cheating and refused to believe me.
What? How can you bring that up now? You know they're two different things.
Not really. You believed I cheated no matter what I said. I've been trying to convince you, but you don't even want to talk about it anymore. Why won't you just believe that I'll never hurt you like that?
Please, can we not do this now? We have more pressing matters, like why you believed Cindy was with Diana.
Diana told me herself. She called me over an hour ago asking that we hire a nanny because taking care of Cindy on her own was beginning to affect her work. She believes you're sick and in the hospital. She really wants to help, but taking care of Cindy is too much for her. She even offered to pay half the nanny's fees.
None of these make sense. I never told her I was sick and I never gave Cindy to her.
Are you saying she's lying?
If she was lying, it wouldn't be so bad. But if she was saying the truth, then she's with a baby she believes to be Cindy. I have to talk to her right now, Doug. I need to find out what is really going on here. Diana, I've been calling your line for over an hour, but you've not been answering. Is everything okay?
Hi. Everything is fine. I was in a Zoom meeting and couldn't answer your call. I only just managed to get Cindy to sleep, so I wanted to use the free time to catch up on work. Effie, is this about me calling Doug? I'm sorry about it, considering everything you're going through. But this is just too much for me to handle. Mom would have loved to help, but she's too busy with her volunteering obligations. I had no choice but to ask Doug. We can get a nanny to take care of Cindy until you're out of the hospital. I'll even foot half of the fees. I don't mind.
I'm not sick, Diana. I'm not even at the hospital.
What? What do you mean?
Do you really have a baby there with you?
Of course I do. I'm with Cindy. I've been taking care of her since you got admitted to the hospital 3 days ago.
Diana, that's not possible. Cindy is right here with me. She's never left my side since she was born. There's no way the baby you're with is Cindy.
What? Is this a joke or what? Please, I don't like this.
I don't recall ever telling you I was sick.
It wasn't you, it was Dad. He was the one that handed the baby to me. He told me complications from the delivery arose after you were discharged. You had to be rushed to the hospital to save your life. He told me not to call you or Doug because you both wouldn't be able to answer. I've been scared since then, Effie. Everything went so great with the delivery, so I couldn't understand what caused the complications. I even went to the hospital and didn't find you. Dad then told me you were transferred somewhere else. Effie, are you saying that you're okay?
I'm fit as a fiddle. Nothing happened to me and I was never rushed to the hospital. I'm sorry, Diana, but I don't think your father was entirely truthful to you. Cindy is right here, so the baby with you definitely belongs to someone else.
I don't understand. Why would he do something like this?
I don't know. He lied about me and Cindy, and that's so not cool. He made you take care of a baby thinking she was Cindy, and that's just sick. Is he home right now?
No, he went out early this morning. Mom isn't home either.
Doug and I will be coming over soon to get a better grasp of what's happening here.
Okay then, I'll be expecting you.
Hi, Doug? Are you there?
Effie, sorry I had to cut her call so abruptly. I can't take any more calls for now. I can only chat.
No problem. I already told you everything Diana said to me. I really can't understand why your father would do such a thing. Doesn't make sense at all. We really need to clear up the confusion. Can you come with me so things don't get out of hand?
Out of hand? Nah, I'm sure you can handle it perfectly.
Come on, Doug.
You don't need me there. Besides, I'm busy with work and I don't know when I'll be done. Just go. When it's over, you'll tell me all about it.
Work? Is it really because of work you don't want to come with me?
What do you mean?
There's another reason you're refusing to come along. I know it.
You're right. It's not work. You're pissed at me and you no longer trust me. Ever since we started fighting, it seems we lost our chemistry. I know that if you and I go there, it'll only lead to more fights between us, which is something I'm trying to avoid.
Huh? Are you saying that all this is my fault? Do I have to remind you of how exactly you hurt me? You cheated on me while I was heavily pregnant and also soon after I gave birth. You claimed you loved me, yet you didn't hesitate to jump into the bed of another woman.
How many times do I have to tell you? I never cheated on you. I swear it.
So then, explain the female underwear I saw in your wardrobe. What about the contraceptive pills I found in your drawer? Huh? You're not a woman, so there's no way you're the one taking those pills. They're not mine either. So what do you have to say for yourself?
I don't know how those things got there. You have to believe me. I love you so much and I'll never hurt you. Why is it so hard for you to believe me?
The evidence is as clear as day. I know how much weight I added due to the pregnancy, and I'm sure that's why you no longer find me attractive. So no. While I carried our child and labored to bring her into the world, you were cheating. Do you even have any idea how painful it is?
You see what I'm always saying? You never believe me. No matter how many times you bring this up, my story will never change. I never cheated on you, and that's a fact. Go on to my parents' house and find out what's happening. You and I will talk later.
As you wish.
No need to wait up for me. I'll be coming home late.
As you wish. You cheat. I knew it. Even with the evidence, you lied to my face. You really have no shame, do you?
Not this again. Thought you went to see Diana.
I'm there right now, and I've seen why you didn't want to come with me to see the baby. That's because it's yours, right?
What do you mean?
Don't lie to me, Doug. The baby is yours. I know it. She's a spitting image of you. I can't believe this.
Is this a joke or something? The only baby I have is Cindy. What is all this you're saying?
You really played me for a fool, Doug. I believed you cheated because of my pregnancy, but after seeing this baby, it's clear that you were cheating even before I got pregnant. How could you do this to me?
No, this is not true. I never cheated on you. And I have no other child except Cindy. You have to believe me.
Huh? Fine. You still want to lie, huh? Let me send you a picture. Can you see her now? Do you see the uncanny resemblance you have to the baby?
See, this is all confusing, but I'm sure there's a perfectly good explanation for it all.
Yeah, I know the explanation. You cheated on me and got your mistress pregnant at the same time I also fell pregnant. Then you used your father to trick Diana into carrying of your baby, thinking you could keep it from me. You had the audacity to pretend to be mad at me when you chatted me up today. You knew everything, yet you lashed at me like I was some foolish girl who didn't know how to care for her own child. I can't believe I fell for another one of your tricks again. I feel so used.
This is getting way out of hand, Effie. Was it my father who told you the baby was mine? Did he tell you I gave him the baby?
No, he's not home. Only your mom and Diana are here. I deduced it all myself. The moment I laid eyes on the baby girl, I knew at once that she was yours. Your secret is exposed, Doug. I'm dealing with your lies no more.
You know what? I'm coming there right now.
What? You said you have work to do.
Yeah, I do. But my marriage is crumbling right now, and I have to do something before I lose it. You and Cindy are more important to me, and I can't lose either of you. So just hang tight there. I'm coming to meet you.
Hi, honey. How are you doing? I woke up this morning and found you had already gone off to work. You didn't wake me with a kiss like you used to. Are you still mad at me? I'm sorry I fell for your father's tricks.
Anyone could have fallen for them. My father gave it a lot of thought, and he would have succeeded if we had not been careful. I'm glad I was there when he came home last night. That way, we were able to get to the bottom of the matter.
Last night was really nerve-wracking. I can't believe your father is capable of doing something like that. The baby belongs to him, but he tried to pass it off as yours. And the great lengths he went to achieve this is really scary. He planted the undies and contraceptive pills in your wardrobe and drawer. He wanted me to find them, knowing that I would suspect you. That was just wicked of him. He planted them when he came to see Cindy. Throughout that day, he was smiling and laughing with us, yet his mind was dark as he plotted to destroy our marriage. I'd never forgive him for this.
You're not the only one who feels that way, honey. I can't even begin to imagine what my mom is going through right now. This betrayal from my father hit her really hard. She never saw it coming. Things just didn't go my father's way at all. His mistress got pregnant, but she didn't want to be a mother. So the moment she gave birth, she dumped the baby with him and ran off. Instead of coming forward with the truth, he tried to pass the baby off as mine and destroy my marriage in the process. This is what made it so painful. Things would never have gotten this bad if he told Mom from the beginning. He took it all too far and it crumbled to dust.
Honey, I'm really sorry I didn't believe you. I'll make it up to you, I promise.
Effie, I'm not mad at you. The evidence was pretty convincing, and if I were in your shoes, I might have reacted the same way. I'm just too hurt that no matter the number of times I tried to tell you I didn't do it, you never believed me.
I'm truly sorry. Thinking you cheated dealt a huge blow to my self-esteem. I believed it was because I gained so much weight during pregnancy and you didn't find me attractive, so I didn't even try to hear your side of the story. I love you, Doug, and thank you for staying by my side despite how I acted through it all.
Come on, I've forgiven you already. None of this is your fault. It's all my father's doing. He said that if you believed the child was mine, you'd be willing to take care of it, which was why he concocted such an elaborate scheme. However, he didn't count on Diana getting fed up. If she'd not called me yesterday, his plan would have worked. Thankfully, that's not the case.
Honey, I'm really happy that you and I have made up. I've missed you so much, and I promise to make it up to you today. I'll cook your favorite meal for dinner. We'll be having a great time as a family. Just you, me, and Cindy.
Nice. I can't wait to come back home. I'm also glad the fight is over. It was killing me inside that I was losing you, and there was nothing I could do about it.
I would never distrust your words again. I promise you, from today, you'll have all my trust.
Hi, Effie. I'm sorry I missed your calls earlier this evening. I had to take Mom to the doctor.
What? Is she okay?
Yeah, she's fine. Yesterday was really stressful for her and it affected her health, but she has stabilized now.
My God. I'm still reeling from the shock of everything your father did. How could he do such a thing to your mother? She didn't deserve to be treated that way.
I'm sure he didn't care about all that when he was scheming. I should also apologize to you, though. I should have known at once that the baby wasn't yours. It's just that when I saw the resemblance, it didn't even cross my mind that it was not Cindy. So, I'm sorry.
Come on, there was no way you could have known. Babies all look alike, and what you did was an honest mistake, so don't beat yourself up for it.
I guess you have a point. It's just annoying that my mom has to go through so much because of him. Last night, I learned that this was not the first time she caught him cheating. She promised him that if he did it again, she would leave him. He then swore never to cheat again, but here we are.
I guess that's why he went to such lengths to hide his affair. He knew your mom would never forgive him.
Exactly. She's already kicked him out, and tomorrow I'll go with her to her lawyers so she can file for divorce. She has already spoken to Doug about it, and we're both in support of the move.
I am as well. My father-in-law deserves everything that's coming to him. He didn't care about ruining my marriage, so I don't care what happens to him either.
He has been begging for her since, but my mom is having none of it. She's fed up with his lies and just wants to move on with her life.
That's good. She deserves that much after all he put her through. So, where is he right now?
He went to stay in the house his mistress used to live in before she ran off. I really don't know how he would cope because Mom basically took care of everything for him. He would find it hard to live on his own. Even worse now that he's with a child.
I'm sure he'll figure it out. I'm just glad that this matter has finally been settled and we can all move on with our lives. That's what's most important.
You're right, Effie.
Good night. Good night, Diana. A few months later, the divorce was finalized and my father-in-law was forced to live on his own with his newborn baby. He kept asking for forgiveness, begging to come back into our lives, but we couldn't risk trusting him again after what he did. He remained at his lover's house, and to cater to his needs, he was forced to seek employment. As for the rest of us, we've never been happier and closer. Cindy is crawling now, and she rarely stays in one place. I love my husband dearly, and I'm positive that the future is filled with possibilities. I'm ready to experience it all